But this is all that an N95 mask. It is unbelievable to me that in New York State, in the United States of America, we can't make these materials, and that we are all shopping China to try to get these materials, and we're all competing.
You are living a moment in history. The rescue mission is to save lives. And as hard as we work, we're not going to be able to save everyone. And every time the National Guard has been called out, they have made every New Yorker proud. I promise you, I will not ask you to do anything that I will not do myself, and I'll never ask you to go anywhere that I won't go myself. That we go out there today and we kick coronavirus ass. That's what I say. And we're going to save lives, and New York is going to thank you.
The testing does not reflect what it is. These are not random sample tests. It's because we have no testing capacity. That's why the numbers are low. If you actually had testing capacity, you would see how high the numbers are already. And as we do ramp up testing, you're going to see those numbers go sky high. We are way behind on testing. And if you look at the other countries, you look at China, you look at South Korea, you see how they turned that curve. It was with very aggressive testing where they got ahead of it. You had maybe 200,000 tests per day in China, 15,000 tests per day in South Korea. We haven't done 10,000 tests since they've started testing. We just went through a situation with the federal government where I said, look, we're going to start contracting with private labs in New York State because we can't wait for this federal bottleneck. As soon as those private labs go out and start to test, Chris, the numbers are going to be shocking to people.
Thank you for coming back to the show.
Mom told me I had to.
Because you know that what people are saying about how you look really can't be accurate. So it must be hard for you to make sense of what is real and what is true now. I feel for you.
La jealousía. Tu sais la jealousía. You are jealous,
always
my
straight.
brother. Don't worry, there's still time, there's hope for you. One day you can grow up to be like me.
I've tried to be like you my whole life. Look where it got me.
You're better than me.
Only on the basketball court.
Never, don't lie.
What Pop said. It's what Pop said.
Never. He did not. He did
what he
not.
Said.
You never beat me once.
But he's got hands like bananas, and he can't play ball. Everybody knows it. Just saying.
Put the money on the table, and I'll take you out and spank you.
You know where I live. I'll see you soon. Governor Andrew Cuomo, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
I love you. I'm proud of what you're doing. I know you're working hard for your state, but no matter how hard you're working, there's always time to call Mom. She wants to hear from you. Just so you know.
Yeah, I called Mom just before I came on this show. By the way, she said I was her favorite.
She never said
Good
that.
news is she said you were her second favorite. Second favorite son,
No.
Kristen.
We both know neither of us are Mom's first or second favorite in the family. I can't believe you're lying to my audience. You've blown the credibility of the entire interview. I should have ended it before.
Second favorite son. Listen to the words. Listen to the words.
Politicians are very tricky. You throw a word in there after the first time you said it, creates a lot of doubt. But I appreciate you clarifying.
Not me.
I'm going to issue an executive order that says all people in public must have a mask or nose covering, mouth and nose covering, and they must wear it in a situation where you cannot or are not maintaining social distancing. You're walking down the street alone, great. You're now at an intersection, and there are people in the intersection, and you're going to be in proximity to other people, put the mask on. Your right to go out for a walk in the park, go out for a walk because you need to get out of the house, the dog is getting on your nerves, fine. Don't infect me. You don't have a right to infect me. When you look back at this, where were the horns that should have been triggered back in December and January? You go back and look at the headlines in January, and you see questions, and you see warnings.
Are you thinking about running for president? Tell the audience.
No, no,
No, you won't answer?
no. I answered. The answer is no.
No, you're not thinking about it?
Sometimes it's one word. I said no.
Have you thought about it?
No,
Are you open to thinking about it?
no,
Might you think about it at some point?
no.
How can you know what you might think about at some point right now?
Because I know what I might think about and what I won't think about. But you're a great interviewer, by the way.
Appreciate it. Learn.
If he ordered me to reopen in a way that would endanger the public health of the people of my state, I wouldn't do it. It says we're sending 400 ventilators. Really? What am I going to do with 400 ventilators when I need 30,000? You pick the 26,000 people who are going to die because you only sent 400 ventilators. They're doing the supplies? Here's my question. Where are they?
In 10 years from now, you'll be talking about today, your children or your grandchildren.
If he ordered me to reopen in a way that would endanger the public health of the people of my state, I wouldn't do it.
And after very careful consideration, I announced today that the New York City Public Schools will remain closed for the remainder of this school.
Well, that's his opinion, but he didn't close them and he can't open
Are
it.
you saying that it's your legal authority to make the decision on New York City schools, not Bill de Blasio's?
It is my legal authority in this situation.
The dissonance, though, here of the mayor of New York City saying schools are going to be closed 2 hours ago and you saying, no, that's not the case. I think for parents that might be confusing and unsettling.
Well, then we just clarified it.
Where do we get the ventilators? China. It's like being on eBay with 50 other states bidding on a ventilator. And then FEMA starts bidding. FEMA is bidding on top of the 50. So FEMA is driving up the price. What sense does this make?
And you will shed a tear because you will remember the lives lost, and you'll remember how hard we worked and that we still lost loved ones.
Can't sacrifice human life to get the stock market up. That is a repugnant concept. Can you come up with a public health strategy that gets people back to work, younger people, recovered people, and starts the economy going? Yes, but that's the refinement. There are people who can go back to work. Younger people can go. People who are resolved can go back to work. But don't ask the American people to choose and say, well, the people who are going to pass away from this virus, they were old anyway, they were vulnerable anyway, we're just going to leave them aside. There is no dollar figure on human life in this country, and there never should.